And we're back, folks.
Here we
Another
are.
episode.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. OPL Recaps. Excited to be here. Mike, you excited?
Always excited to be here. I'm a man of the people. We are the men of the people. This is the People's Podcast. We're back.
We are back. Let's roll into a juicy Friday night.
It was a good night. So, where were you? Where were you?
Listen, I look for you, and then all of a sudden, you're doing cop things, and I'm doing civilian things. So, and I forgot my scanner at the house.
Oh, yeah, you need to scan some.
I was so mad.
Listen, the white SUV was out. Richie had it. I had a ride along Friday night. I posted a picture of that guy. That was fun, huh?
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah, he had a good time, man. I missed you, though. You should have came out and found us.
Listen, I tried, okay? I tried. I cruised around. I went to beachside. Literally, we got home, and then you were on beachside doing your thing.
Yeah, you're right. I was all over the place. We had a great time. We had an absolutely great time. And shout out to my buddy Norm. Norm is a dude who is a friend of the police department. He won a meet and greet when he was at the meet and greet ride along. So, shout out to Norm. We appreciate you coming out, being a part of the group, part of the show, part of the team. There's Norm right there in the middle. Yeah.
Bingo.
Yeah,
it's a good picture.
We met up with him. You met, Officer Lawson again and Ali. So you met the whole crew. Good times on a Friday night.
Good stuff.
Yeah, very good stuff.
So, Friday night, you guys with the more events, baby, more events. Jeep Beach coming into town.
It's coming.
They're here. Not in full force, but they're here. They're scattered about.
Yeah, well, Friday night we found one early. He was a week early.
He was a week early for the party.
Man.
How did that go, my friend? How did that go?
Well, I got to tell it to you like this. It didn't go... I don't think it went the way he wanted it to go. He looked like he was at a company party or a function of some sort, and he had one too many. I mean, I don't know. You want to jump into it and take a look at how that went down?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, let's jump right into it.
The Jeep Wrangler over here. In the middle of Speedway.
In the middle of Speedway, Krispy Kremes.
We know that area all too well.
G Beach is in the building.
3 Victor 16 Central.
3 Victor 16.
I'm going to be out with one at Gene and ISB, passed out behind the wheel of a Jeep.
Let me say this. It's a good thing his doors are unlocked, huh?
Yeah, otherwise you have to cut that top.
And that was me going to nose with him with my ride along.
You were docking.
Yeah.
Docking?
Police department. Oh, yep. Unbuckle.
No, I'm not driving.
Good. I'm glad you're not driving. Step out.
Yes, sir.
Nice Step out. No, it looks like it's a stick.
All right. I'm not driving. Talk to me, Jim. I'm not driving. Technically, he's not.
He's not
By
driving.
Florida state statute, we talked about this last week. What is he doing?
He's in control of the vehicle.
Yes.
He's behind the wheel. He's got the keys.
Mhm.
He could drive that any point he wants.
Yeah.
Conscious or unconscious.
Yep. And that's where we run into our issue. Here we are. Jeep Beach isn't even here yet. We got a guy in a Jeep passed out behind it in the middle of International Speedway, our busiest thoroughfare other than I-95 in the entire city.
Yep. Krispy Kreme is a madhouse. Everybody's like, oh, he's so nice letting us into Krispy Kreme. No. He's passed out.
Right. That's what it was. And so here's my thing, right? We're dealing with a suspect or subject at Krispy Kreme's, and a concerned citizen flags us down. Hey, you're dealing with this thing over here, but in the middle of the road, there's a guy and there's danger to society. So what do we have to do? We have to end that interaction at Krispy Kreme's, and now we have to jump into action again to possibly save lives and obviously prevent any type of property damage.
Yep. And you did good. You guys acted fast. You were on it. And Took control of the situation.
Listen, have you ever seen anybody lay down duct tape on the sidewalk for the line to walk the line? First time I've seen it.
I mean, that just came out of a back pocket, I think. Like it was a bracelet. Oh, let me take off my duct tape bracelet and use
My
that
flat
for
tape bracelet.
That was great.
It was
Also,
fantastic.
another oddball thing, Richie's slick back hair. I wasn't expecting that. Looking good. That's dapper.
Something. You like that?
Yeah, makes him look. I mean, the hat's professional because it says Daytona Beach, but I don't know. Without the hat, it's like, I don't know. It's more of a presence. I think I like it.
I agree. I agree with you. That's a good
for
call.
sure.
Good call. I've been telling them that hat is everything. Let's do that. Without that, I said that hat's nothing. I mean, that slick back hair is everything. Go with it. Let's go.
Yep,
We did it.
Let's go.
Surprising. Yep.
On to the next one. Out of Daytona Beach, we're going to go over to Lee County because, Florida things.
Oh, Lord.
That wild noise ordinance complaint from the Karen. Bro, the music, they had tacos. They had a rodeo, a mechanical bull. How could that lady be mad? I would have been like, hey, can you just turn on the music a little bit? And can I get some tacos and some salsa?
Can I join the party?
Do you have margaritas? I mean, anything. You could be having such a good time. Instead, you're in your house just
hating.
So mad. She was so mad.
Listen, people do this, and I don't understand this. Okay, let's back up for a second. You got to go to work tomorrow. I get it, right? But have a Coke and a smile. Get a quick little, like you said, cerveza. Get a little taco. There's a mechanical bull. Come on, Karen. Let's go handle business real quick. And
it wasn't even late yet.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't even late yet.
I don't even know exactly what time it was, but he said it was before 10 o'clock.
Well, it was the start of the show, so it was you guys and then them. So 9:20.
Right. And 10 o'clock is when their noise ordinance kicks in. So, yes, I understand obnoxious, loud, ongoing parties late into the night. But if they're not even breaking the law yet, which speaks to another thing, she may not even know what the city ordinance or the noise ordinance is in her own county.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You riding that bull?
Absolutely, I want to ride that bull.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
That's right, man. I got cowboy boots in the room if you want to see them.
Oh, you're gonna post a picture of that somewhere in here. You have to. I got to see these things.
Oh
yeah, for sure.
Got to make it happen. Cowboy boots all day.
So when's your next day off so we can go to Lee County?
We're gonna make something happen. I was in Lee County actually a few months ago, and they kind of gave me a heads up. They were looking at being on the show. I dropped a little dime after they got announced. People weren't paying attention to it. Whatever.
All right.
Yeah, good times.
Good times for sure.
Yeah, I like Lee County.
They had that wild call where the guy drove his golf cart and it was like a burglary call, and bro, he was just in the woods. He was getting spiders, mosquitoes, ants, and he was just chilling behind that log like nobody was going to see him. There's a dog coming, fella. There's a big dog, and you're just going to play it off.
Was he unconscious? I watched it, but I was like, wait a minute. Did they wake him up? Did they startle him?
I think he was just sleeping the whole time. I think he was like, oh, maybe I'll just play like a homeless person, because he had every excuse under the book. I hit my head. I fell down. Why did you go in the woods? I had to take a poop. My booty towels are over there. I mean, and then why did you park your golf cart here? It was stolen, but I checked my lug nuts. What?
Right.
Check your lug nuts. With what? Your hands? You just gonna tighten those things? What are you, Superman?
He's gonna use a crack pipe.
And the meth was there. Yeah, everything was there. Everything. That was wild. I was like, holy cow! All these things, and just fess up to it. You're caught. Just fess up to it. Oh, somebody stole your golf cart and left all their drugs and the radio blasting and the chrome wheels spinning. Come on.
Makes no sense. And
no.
Here's something you gotta think about. He says he's taking a dump in the woods. He says this. His pants were completely up. He hit his head on some wood. It was just too much going on. But I'll tell you this. All those warrants he had, perhaps he was laying down trying to be surreptitious and hide from the cops because he heard they were coming. Because I'm telling you, she got out the car, the flashlight's out, she's got her gun out, she's coming. He just hunkered down.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky he didn't get dog bit.
I was waiting for it. I really want to. I like when that happens. I do. I feel
like
people deserve it.
Oh, I love a good dog bite, Jim. You know that.
The dogs got to eat. Dogs got to eat.
Yeah, they got to eat. They got to eat.
Do.
So props props to them. They did a great job getting that guy in Lee County. And guess what? I hope they confiscated
That golf cart.
Oh. Seizure action. You never
I'm
know.
telling
It was
you,
the
hey.
commission of a felony.
Hey, we went to Panama City Beach. Or is it Panama Beach City? It's one of those three. City Beach. We'll just make up something. But hey, they confiscated that drug runner / gun runner's Corvette, and we saw it out there all wrapped up, pulling people over.
Oh, yes.
It was nice. It was real nice.
Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. Hold on. I can mark that. And I can try to insert that video. That was good.
Yeah, and people are so angry. Oh, why do the cops have an $80,000 Corvette? I'm like, it literally says on the side, confiscated, seizure. It's theirs now. You want to do stupid stuff in your fancy car that's paid off? Guess what? It's theirs.
Thank you. Appreciate your donation to the city / county.
Yep.
What else we got?
Man, Toledo, the crazy cat lady.
Oh my goodness.
Bro, first off, I just want to say there was a lot of apartments / duplexes, quadplexes, whatever they're called. There was a lot. And what if there was a real emergency there besides a cat that trapped a lady in a closet?
I mean, it's a multi-family unit. A lot of times, a lot of things go on at those type of situations. And yes, a vicious cat is not really a law enforcement call. It's an animal control call at the very most.
Right?
I don't get it. But it didn't look that vicious to me. I mean, I saw the red eyes with the one shot, but other than that, what'd you say?
That's because of the camera. I mean, the lady officer picked it up and she was petting it. It was nice. I mean, maybe it was wanting the other cat.
Ooh, maybe one of those situations where they want a little.
Hey, leave us alone leave us alone for a little bit. Go in your closet, and we'll be done. And you come out.
Don't get in the middle of this, lady. How about that? Okay, cat's got to do what a cat's got to do.
Yeah, and it was a pretty cat. I don't say that a lot. It had a mohawk, a gray mohawk.
Yeah, unique.
Very.
Why do you think it didn't take any time for somebody to adopt that cat? One of the sergeants, she said on the update Saturday, adopt a cat.
It probably happened right on the show. They're like, let's go get this thing right now.
Yep. Yeah. And a lot of times that will happen. Even in our city, we've noticed that an animal will be abandoned. We'll try to find the owner wherever it is. We actually have a little doggy jail at the police department. If nobody comes and gets it, we take it over to the animal shelter. We can actually get them. Like that time I had that fleeing car that flipped and the puppy was in it. And so we was holding it. We had thousands of requests for that dog. So yeah, you can get a nice pet from some of these calls.
We're going to jump over to that Toledo stolen car behind the house. I know that's right up your alley, buddy. Hide behind the houses.
You know what? Can I tell you something? That happens so often. That's one of the ways that stolen cars are hidden from us. They hide them behind structures or in woods. And a lot of times, if you have knowledge of your AOR, area of responsibility, you can't find these things, but we use the bird, we use the drone and other technology to find it. But they got lucky.
They did, but I think you would have handled probably a little different. Maybe some sticks on the side of the house getting ready. Have some guys spread
That's
out.
a good observation. Have you ever, has Toledo, do they have sticks? I don't remember seeing them lay down sticks in Toledo ever.
I don't know. Make a phone
Two-man
call.
cars, no sticks.
I mean, I would have posted a car at each end of the house. That's what I would have been doing, but I'm not a cop.
They may not have. Well, you know what? I'm not a Toledo cop. They may not have sticks. I don't think. If anybody knows if they have sticks or not, anybody from Toledo, drop a comment down below because we want you to do 4 things. I already mentioned the comment, but we want you to like, we want you to share, and we want you to
comment and subscribe.
And come on, baby, let's go.
Let's go.
Get involved with this thing real quick, right? So let us know if Toledo has sticks. I honestly don't know the answer to that question.
After that was a nice little call from Fontana with the Sovereign Citizen. Those guys are wild, huh?
Oh my Lord! Let's not.
I've seen some of them vehicles driving around Daytona.
They're everywhere, and you know what?
They get the license plates that literally say what I am and what I'm going to be doing, and it's just a matter of time, right? Yeah,
they aren't the smartest group of people. They think they have it all figured out, but they do not. Much like they showed on that actual earlier in episode. I thought that was pretty cool because, these guys are out here thinking that they're the kings of the world, and obviously they're not. But somebody posted a very cool meme or something. Did you see that meme?
I did not. I missed that one.
Let me see if we can check this out. Oh yeah, look at that. There's a sovereign tow truck. Let us tow your vessel. Unofficial On Patrol Live hit me up with that one. That was pretty sweet. Tag me in it.
That is awesome.
Somebody should get a cool little decal for a tow truck that says something cool about towing sovereign vehicles. I think that'd be sweet.
Hey, we could do some kind of AI generated thing, I'm sure, by now.
Yeah, probably. Oh boy. Well, guess what, guys? We got a surprise coming up for you guys. We're almost like at the halfway point of this episode. We have a surprise coming up for you in the middle of the episode. I can't wait to share this with them. You excited about this?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Make it happen.
First of its kind, Jimmy Jamz, Sgt. Mike Bryant.
Yes.
The man, the myth, the legend, the people's champ.
Yep.
The
Master
foot chase
Deputy
king, Master Deputy Brilin. Salmon's in the building.
What's up? What's up? What's
welcome,
up?
welcome.
It's good to be here, man.
Yeah.
Good to see
This
y'all,
is great.
boys, man.
Yeah.
It's been a long time in the making, but we finally made it happen.
Finally, he's a busy man. He's busier than you, Jimmy.
I don't know about that.
You
think so? You think so?
The calendar is full. Okay?
I'm supposed to be working right now, so I mean.
Yeah, I
took off today. I took off today specifically for this.
That's what I'm talking about.
That is awesome.
Locked it out on the calendar.
We appreciate it so much.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
It's going along with. Listen, let me say this before we go too far. On behalf of the people, because this is the people's podcast.
There we go.
The people miss you, man. We got to have you back, bro.
Got to come back, man. Got to come back. I'm just waiting on the call, man. I'm just waiting for you up, and then I'm ready to rock and roll, bro. As long as the weather's good. The weather's good. We're going to be good. We're going to have fun. So fingers crossed it won't be too much longer, but we'll see.
Let's go.
That's what's up, Jim. And so, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Master Deputy Brilin Salmon. Are you a junior or no?
Nah. So, funny thing, my dad's name is Dale Kenneth Salmon, and I'm Brilin Kenneth Salmon. So, I'm not a junior, but we got the same middle name. So,
got the same middle name.
Yeah,
there we
same
go.
middle name.
That's what's up. So, we're going to ask you just a couple of questions. We're going to keep it light, keep it fun.
Okay.
First thing I have to ask you.
All right.
Tell the people who is Brilin Salmon. Take your time. Whatever you want to tell us about yourself, drop us your 30-second, 40-second, 1 minute elevator pitch. Who's Brilin Salmon?
Okay. First of all, most importantly, Brilin is a follower of Jesus 100%. That's first and foremost. Before I say anything else about myself, I got to make that known. Follower of Jesus 100%. But he's a man who's constantly learning, who's not afraid to learn, who looks at life as a journey. It's not a sprint. It's a journey. So when you go through life, all right, you go through things at certain ages, certain times in your life, and then you learn from it. And when you're faced with something similar, you know how to better navigate it. So I'm a constant learner. I love to learn. I'm a man who loves to have fun. I enjoy talking. I enjoy communicating. I love policing. And I love family. I love my family. I love my fiance, her son, our son, my mom, just family. I love it all. So that's me in a nutshell. And I'm a Gamecock fan. Shout out to the women's basketball team at USC. National champs, undefeated.
Yeah.
38-0. Can't get no better than that. So that's
what
me.
A season, huh?
What?
Yeah.
So, Mike, I must say, you guys, last week we talked about what makes people love people on the OPL. And it's both of you guys. You have that same energy, you have that same mentality, and it's just smiling. You're loving your job. You're loving talking to the people, and that's what people love. It's not just it's police work. There's more to it, and just listening to you guys talk together, it's simple. That's what people are looking for in the show.
Oh, 100%. I tell people all the time, man. I would be a cop for free. Like it's more of a hobby to me than a career. It's fun. It's what I love to do.
Wow.
So yeah, something else could bring the money in for the bills and stuff. I still police just for fun because I love doing it. So
That's awesome. And how long have you been with the sheriff's office there in Richland?
So going on 2 years, I've been in Richland County going on 2 years. I started my career with the City of Columbia, which is the city agency. I'm with the county agency, but started my career with the city agency. Did that from 2017 till 2022. My dad used to work at Richland County for 23, 24 years. He retired and ended up passing away of COVID in 2022. It's been 2 years now.
Sorry for your
So
loss.
he passed away. Yeah, appreciate it, bro. He passed away, and I thought it wouldn't be right if I didn't keep our last name in a Richland County uniform because around Columbia, he's a legend. Like I tell people, we'd go in the grocery store, right, and people would be like, "Yo, you locked me up the other day," and it's just like you're comfortable enough to approach
Yeah.
the cop that locked you up a couple of days
Yeah.
ago in Walmart or whatever the store, Target, whatever the case. So that just made an impact on me, man. Just seeing how he treated people that he locked up and they had, enough respect for him to come up to him and be like, hey, you locked me up, but it's good to see you in the store, like on the other side of the law. So all
Right.
that kind of played in when he passed away. I was like, yo, I got to keep that going with Richland County. So that's how I came to the county.
That's awesome, man. So I'm assuming, obviously, when you started with Columbia,
Yeah.
he was there for your pinning and your graduation ceremonies and all that, and then also in Richland.
Yeah. So by the time I came to Richland, he was already passed away. But he came to my initial pinning, so he pinned my badge on me when I first became a cop. First
Okay.
get sworn in, got your hand on the Bible, all that good stuff. He was
Yeah.
there. He pinned my badge on my shirt, and then when we graduate, so in South Carolina, you graduate, they give you a certificate, right? So they asked, like a couple days before graduation, anybody got any family that's in law enforcement that you would want to come hand you your certificate when you walk across the stage. So I was like, yo, I got to get my dad up there. So he was there. He handed me the certificate and all that good stuff, and we took pictures. It was great, man. That was one of my proudest moments in life, honestly, was to see him so excited about me following in his footsteps. So
Absolutely, man.
Making him proud for
Congratulations.
sure.
there we
And
go. And that's motivation, man. That's why I go so hard, getting guns and dope. Because when he was alive, and I was working with the city and the county, we like, all right, cool. It's Friday night. Let's see who can get the most arrests. Let's see who can get the most guns and dope. I lost a couple times, so I got it. I can do it. So that's another motivation I had to go hard and just have fun and protect people, lock them up, get the bad guys. So
That's a community. I saw that little foot chase you
Right.
had
Oh,
there.
100%. That's the fun. That was so organic, man. It was just like it comes from like me and Mike, man. You just love to talk to people. You just love to get to know people that you're out with. We doing
Yep.
this job, 8, 10, 12 hours a day, so it's kind of boring if you don't stop and talk to somebody and get to know them. So I'm like, yo, I'm on a traffic stop. Let me see what this dude's about. So I talked to him, found out he ran track, and I was like, oh snap, cool. I ran track in high school. I bet you can't beat me. He was like, I bet you I can. So I'm not, bro. We're recording. Like I'm not going back down from a challenge. So we lined it up, and he got the best of me that day. But that's what it's all about, man. Building that bridge between law enforcement and the community. So that goes a
That's
long way. I
it.
promise you, to this day, he still remembers it. So
That is amazing.
I'm
So
sure a lot of people do.
So
yeah, for
you
sure.
mentioned college running track, and we'll get into that in a second. But a lot of people want to know this.
Okay.
Have you ever, since you've been a cop or a deputy, actually lost a foot chase?
Yes, I have. And I'll tell you the story.
All right,
No
here we
lie.
go.
So there's this house in Richland County. If you remember, I had a slingshot chase. This was probably like 2022 sometime. Chased a slingshot. So I was coming checking that house, right? So we were riding, and at that house it's a known narcotics activity area. So I'm patrolling. They ask for special patrols all the time to people in the community. So I give them what they want. So I'm riding around, and this car is just stopped in the middle of the road, right? So I pull up behind it and stopping and standing in the roadway. You can't do that. So light it up. It takes off, right? So we're going, and it just makes a loop. Literally, the chase was like a minute. It just goes up, comes back, right? Dude, it's some woods next to the house, and there's a cut. So we running. He jumps out, runs through the woods, goes through the cut. I'm following him. and there's a car waiting in the road to come pick him up, right?
Yeah.
So he opens the door, jumps in the car. I'm standing in the road, and the car just drives off. And I'm like, "Yep, oh, you got me, got me." Yep. So I ended up towing the car. There was a gun in the car. His cell phone was in the car, and he had just made a call like, "Yo, I'm gonna circle the block. Make sure you're there to come pick me up." So we chasing him. He had a good little lead on me, so we chased. I just watched the car drive away. So that was one that I lost. Yep.
Jimmy, how amazing is that? We just talked about that last episode. People who will set it up, they'll bail, and they'll have it all set up.
Yep.
Nationwide, it happens.
And I mean, that's what 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and their people are ready for them. It's like that's loyalty right there. That's loyalty.
There it is,
hey,
bro.
meet me here right now. The cops will chase me. All right.
Right. Hats off to that guy, because that was smart. That was smart. I got to give it to him. And I'm the type of guy, if you're that smart, I got to give it to you, bro. That was great. You did that.
But with him leaving his information behind, did you go ahead and?
Yeah, so let me tell you this. So there was a driver's license and a phone in the car, but the car was not registered to him. And I never got a good look at his face. So we ended up I ended up just taking the gun and towing the car. I didn't end up charging anybody, because I'm the type of guy, I move when it comes to work on 100%. Like, I need to know. I'm not basing 50%. It might be you. Maybe that was his brother who left. There's too many what ifs. So I didn't end up charging him, but I did take the gun and tow the car though. But you
respect that.
Some people that might have gambled with it. Yeah, you got some people that might have gambled. Like, I'm like, nah, never saw his face, so I'm not. I ain't gonna do that. I'm not that type of guy. So
you're not the kind of guy who's gonna put your name, your good reputation, your name on the line.
100%. 100%.
You lock this guy up or try to lock him up, he was already in jail. You know what I mean? It could have been his twin brother, and he got you. So you're right.
Yeah. So but that, like I said, hats off to him, man. If he ends up watching this podcast, then we know, hey, you were the guy. But that was smart, man. That was one of the smartest. And criminals in Richmond County now, they run from the cops so much that they kind of they know where to go, what time of day to go there. So it's fun, man. We got to try to get ahead of their game a little bit, but it's fun.
Yeah. I feel
cat and mouse. Mike, you know it too well, right?
Oh yeah.
Listen, Brandon, I didn't know you're only 2 years and change in. I'm zeroing in on year 13.
Okay.
And I remember that zeal and that fervor and that energy that you have. I used to have it like that, brother.
You still got it, bro.
He does. Don't let him fool you. He still does. It's just with some gray hairs. That's all. Just with some gray hairs.
Just some wisdom. That's all.
That's it.
The mind is willing, but the body is weak. So foot chases, they're not happening no more. Let's talk about something more positive.
Okay, cool, for sure.
So what college did you go to? Did you graduate? What's your degree in, or what have you?
Yeah, so started my college career my freshman year. I did it at a little small town college called Anderson University. It's up near Clemson. We don't like saying Clemson, Columbia, but that's where it's up there. So I transferred, left there, came back home to USC. I graduated from USC in 2017. Yeah, I got a degree in African American Studies, believe it or not. African American Studies. Yep. So that's what my degree was in. Wasn't what I started out going to school for, but that's how I ended. So yeah.
Bachelor's, master's, associates.
Bachelor's. Yep. No masters, no doctorate. Just the bachelor. So yeah, did my 4 years and still paying it off. Shout out to Joe Biden over the student loan forgiveness. I'll put my name in the hat and see if he picks it out. I'm like, hey, your loans will be forgiven. But
can I tell you something?
What's up?
Dude, can I say something to you? I'm going to leave that in, but let me say this to you. Today, I went in and checked to see if my loans were forgiven. They weren't, and I reapplied. They were not. They were still there. I was like, hold on a second. I'm supposed to be getting some money out of this deal, you know? So let's go with it.
Let's try to do it, yep.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to come over here and tell everybody when they aren't forgiven, though. You know what I mean?
Right, for sure.
Jimmy, what you got for Master Deputy?
I got to ask you something. You a car guy?
I am. I love cars, bro.
What kind of car you got?
So I have a Scion FRS right now.
All right.
But by the end of the year, I'm gonna get another car by the end of the year. It's my year. This one paid off, so I'm like, okay, I want another one. and trying to expanding the family. You know, I got a 2-door car, so I'm gonna need to get something with a little bit more seats. So I'm looking at, I want a Tesla or a Lexus IS 500, one of the two. So
See,
those
now
top
he's
two on
speaking
my
my
list. Yep.
language. Now he's speaking my
Okay.
language because I might have been creeping, and I saw you in the Tesla booth over there. I was
There we
like,
go.
this guy, and then I saw the Mustang GT, and I was like, like, look
Yeah.
at this guy.
Yeah,
But
so the Tesla picture, bro, I was in Boston when I took that picture. So Brittany had a work conference in Boston, so we went up there. We were just walking around. I was like, oh, there's a Tesla store. The lights was great, great lighting for pictures. I'm a huge like picture guy. Maybe I need to get into photography, but I like pictures and all that kind of stuff. So it was like, the lighting's perfect. So it was somebody sitting on the table right next to us. So I'm like, hey, you mind snapping some pictures for us? So that's how that picture came about. But yeah,
there we
I
go.
love Teslas, man. We rented one for a little weekend vacation. It was fun to drive. So
Nice. Well,
Did
yep.
you? Sorry to cut you, Jim. Do you jump in one of those Teslas when you went to New York that I sent you the little link for?
Bro,
The Tesla
nah,
rideshare?
man. I didn't, because if we weren't walking, then they had the drivers come and pick us up. So everything we did was pretty much, around Times Square. And if we went to New Jersey, then they had the drivers come pick us up. So
Yeah, we ended up shooting down to a couple of different places, and we used that rideshare. That was a
okay,
Tesla
I saw them
situation, Jim.
around a lot though.
Yeah, the blue ones. Jim, the first time I had actually been in a Tesla moving was in New York City when I went
You
for
know
the
what's funny though? One of the drivers that came to pick us up from the studio and took us back to the hotel after the show, he was in a Tesla. So we rode in a Tesla from the studio to the hotel.
nice.
Comfortable ride.
Yeah.
It's quiet.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
super.
Can I tell you
quiet.
this,
What's
Jim?
up?
Do you remember this? One day, me and Jim were way
I
in the
already know.
cars back in the day, and one weekend we were going to a show up near Jacksonville called Green Cove Springs, and it's a cool show. It's like at this abandoned warehouse facility, so the backdrop's cool, it's awesome. So we're driving on this long stretch of road, and Jim's got this, nice Maximas tricked out, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So he pulls up, he's like, oh, look at that, that's a Tesla right there. And I was like, oh, what? He says a Tesla. And I'm like, what the heck is that? He pulls up next to it and challenges him to a race.
Right, okay. How'd that
I
turn
mean,
out?
we weren't
Hey.
street racing.
Yeah.
No.
No crimes committed.
There we go.
Hey, they were 4 people deep. It was a lady driving, and we punched it, and I was like, "Ooh, here we go!" And that thing just said,
Bye-bye.
I said, "Holy
Yep.
cow!"
Dude,
Yeah,
my jaw
they get up.
hit
No.
my jaw hit the floorboard. I was like, what was that? I had never heard of it till he introduced me. So
That was when they
yeah,
first
nice
came
cars.
out, so that was the old version. Now they're twice as
Oh, right.
fast.
They're 100 times better now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what do you get?
There was a Tesla chase on the show. We was probably like
Yeah.
here sometime, and
I
they
remember.
ended up hitting it and all kind of stuff. So
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
We get that
Those
one
things are
cheap.
quick though. You gotta
there we go.
We'll get
Right.
Let's fix it up.
Cybertruck the other day for the first time in person. They're extremely easy to spot. They're growing on my eye. They looked a little weird when they first came out.
right.
Oh, this looks pretty neat. So everybody was staring at it. So it gets a lot of attention for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no question about it. Yeah, I saw a picture of one today and somebody said, oh, look at that. Or imagine driving an actual air fryer.
Right.
It is wild looking.
Cybertruck.
Definitely wild.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. So go ahead, Jim. You're up.
Brilin, what else we got going on for the future of your career here? I see you doing some things. Where do you plan on going in the sheriff's office?
Oh man, so
Good question.
good question. So long term, right now I'm on the CAT team. So it's an acronym that stands for Community Action Team. In my humble opinion, it's the greatest unit at the sheriff's department. Because we're tasked with, like I said earlier, being the bridge between the sheriff's department and the community. Getting firsthand knowledge of what's going on in the community. Our ears are to the streets. And then the thing that I love, criminal interdiction. That's what we're tasked with as well. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. So I want to, in the next couple of years, I want to be, over the CAT team and try to make it into a unit that's, criminals see the CAT team and they go the other way. You know what I mean? So in midterm goal, that's what it is. Long term goal, God's will. If I'm a sheriff one day, that'll be dope.
There
That'd
we
be dope.
go.
But
There we go.
yeah, that's long term. I'm talking 50 when my legs, not as quick as they used to be, and I start losing too many foot chases in a
Oh,
row.
he's,
And I'm like, all right,
he's
cool.
starting to sound like this guy.
Time to move up.
Brilin, who's in charge of the cat team now? Who runs it?
My beautiful Sergeant Selena Williams, awesome woman. She looks out for us, man. Couldn't ask for a better sergeant. You need anything, she's there. We actually I had a chase yesterday, matter of fact, and she was on the completely other side of town, but she came to make sure I was good, and that's great leadership right there, man. You drop what you're doing. My person's in a chase. I'm gonna go check on them, make sure they're good. And it was actually long enough for her to get in it too, so she got a little fun. She got a little fun out the deal. So yeah. Shout out to Selena, man. She's awesome.
I love it. Somebody go to jail?
Yeah. So I'll just go ahead and tell you the story about it. So I was on a separate traffic stop, and the city stops a car. Unbeknownst to me, was a hit and run vehicle. So it pulls over initially, decides, hey, I don't want to stop really. So backs up, boom, hits the city police car trying to get out, and we chase it 25 minutes maybe. Dude ended up, going home, and they had to get him out the vehicle best way they could because he was holding on to the steering wheel, doing all kind of crazy stuff, not trying to get out. He ended up being drunk. He got a long list of charges that day. So he got charges from us, Richland County, as well as the city. So, but everybody was safe. Even the person that he hit, that caused the whole chase, they're safe. So that's great. And that's the beautiful thing about, Richland County. We lock bad guys up, but we do it in a safe manner. It's never reckless. It's never careless. The sanctity of life is number one, but we're gonna lock the bad guys up too. So I think the community really appreciates that.
For sure.
I like it a lot. So you got on the cat team very quick. I mean, How long was the probationary period at Richland before you could jump to specialized unit and get a master deputy spot?
Yeah. Right. So when I came, like I said, I started being a cop in 2017. So I had 5 years of experience almost when I came to the county. So I was already experienced. So I came straight from the city to the cat team. But it all really depends. It all really depends on sheriff, man. Sheriff makes those calls. He makes those pitches. He studies people's, body of work and where they would be most beneficial, where they could be that would better them as a human and as a cop. So he's a genius as far as like putting people where they need to be effective as well as to grow. So it's really up to him. He makes all those calls. So, and funny enough, he's great friends with Dawn Staley, and she does the same thing with her players. Like that's how Carolina went 38-0. She knows when to sub in and out. She knows like what matchups to make. It's incredible, man. I need to hang out with them and do dinner so I can pick their brains and see how they do what they do because it's genius for sure.
Yeah, shout out to
chestnut checkers, right?
That's what it is. Yep.
That's to say the least. You got some serious love for Dawn Staley. And
she's awesome.
The real USC, they call it? Is that what they call it?
That's what it is. Yep. The real one.
That's too much. Hey, before we go too far, I want to make sure I do this because this meant a lot to me seeing this on your actual page.
Okay.
So let's do this real quick. You were at the parade, yes?
Yeah.
Is that what that was? You with the picture with that? Where was the people? I thought you was gonna be on the float with them. Like you had that picture with her in the locker room. So
yeah. So the video that me and Don and I were in was actually at like a sneaker giveaway that she does for Christmas time. She gives probably like 100 or 150 pairs of sneakers to kids in the community. So we were there, and my aunt is infatuated with Coach Staley and the Gamecocks. So every time we had that was the second one that I've went to. First time I FaceTimed her with my aunt, so they had a chance to talk. And this time I was so busy, we only had a chance to do a video. So I was like, hey, Coach Don, would you mind doing a video for my aunt? So that's how that came about. And I was like, yo, they going undefeated this year. It was before they played like a single game. And I was like, I just felt it. I was like, it just feels good being around her. Like it's just good energy. So they're going all the way undefeated. So that's how that happened. But the parade,
Check
yeah,
this.
for sure.
Is this it right here?
That's
Check this
it.
out.
Yep. I got one of my best friends with me, Auntie.
Woo! Shout out Auntie.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Auntie.
There we
Yep,
go.
yep, that's it. So, that's how that came about. Yeah, but the parade was awesome, man. I was actually in it. I drove my uncle, who's my uncle's the county attorney, like the head attorney in Richmond County. So, I drove him in the parade. I was driving his car, and Brittany and Aiden were with me. It was a great time. It was a
Brittany's
blast,
your
man.
fiance?
Thousands of people. Yeah. Thousands of people there, man. It was awesome.
Man, this guy knows some people, Jim. We need to go to South Carolina. We need to
Let's
go
go.
visit, huh?
I'll go. We'll drive over there. We'll go hang out.
Yeah, man.
Meet the
It'll
people.
be fun.
Hey,
We're gonna take a ride. We're gonna take a
Yeah,
ride.
yeah.
So real quick, and I know you got a lot going. It's Sheriff Lott, correct? Is your
Yeah,
sheriff?
LOTT. Yep.
Okay. So throughout our discourse, I mean, we met in person at one of your precincts when I got there. I noticed something about your team and that crew that was there in South Carolina with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
That it seemed as if you guys all operated as a family.
Yep.
Would you say you have close to 900 deputies, or is there more?
Yeah. That's about right. Yep.
Okay, I remember you telling me something like that. Does it feel like a family-run organization, or does it feel like more of a corporation to you? Tell me what you think.
It feels like a family organization if you look at it from that perspective.
Okay.
The atmosphere is there for it to be a family organization, a family type environment, but you have to buy into it. They're not going to force you to be a part of the family, but if we have events, we have family fun days throughout the year. They give away, the Fireflies are like minor league baseball team here in Columbia. So they give away tickets where you can go and hang out with, chain of commands there. You go, they get to know you. So if you put in the time for it to be a family oriented environment, that's what you'll get out of it. So yeah, the opportunity is definitely there. You just gotta take it. So,
Okay.
when you see us interacting like that, it's because we're around each other all the time, man. We go to each other's houses, barbecue, whatever. We just hang out, man. Go to games together. It's awesome, bro. And they invite that. So I think that's wonderful.
That's what's up, man. I like it. I like it a lot, man. I gotta come back and visit. Jim, let's take a ride. Let's do a little trip. Me, you, the girls. Let's head up to the road. He gonna take us to Four Corners? What's the name of that place y'all hang out at? 5 Points.
That's
Yeah.
5 Points.
So
no, but
5
I'll
Points
go.
is the college. It's the college area, but then there's the Vista, what they call it, the Vista, which is like the more upscale adult area, and then Main Street's pulling up. It's growing, so it'll be fun, man. Y'all boys come down, have some fun.
Let's
Hey,
go.
I'm ready for a little vacation.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mike, you're driving.
Jump in, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
What you got, Jim?
Brilin, I saw you had a little accommodation. What was it last year? Drug Enforcement Award? What was that all about?
Yeah, so recently I've gotten 2 awards recently. I'm actually up for another one this coming Saturday, Crime Stoppers Award. But the Drug Enforcement Award goes to the deputy who gets the most guns and drugs off the street for the year. So, like I said, criminal interdiction, man. That's what my heart is. Appreciate it. That's where my heart is, man. I love criminal interdiction. I love like you mentioned, Jim, the cat and mouse of it all, man. Criminals, they're out here trying to do a job, trying to do what they do, and we out here trying to intercept it and interdict it. So one thing I really bought into, this guy that I met at one of the conferences, his name is Nick Jackson, real cool guy. He was at a conference and he did a little presentation. He's police is out on the West Coast, but met him and man, fell in love with how he did his job, learned some of his tactics and techniques, and it paid off, man, for sure.
Nice.
Wow.
That's what it's all about. Getting all that stuff off the street, and you guys,
man,
having a good time doing it too.
It is, man. You gotta have a passion for it, man. You gotta have a heart for it. And you really got to study it too. It's nothing that I came out of the police academy knowing how to do. because they didn't really put a microscope on criminal interdiction. So it's just something that you learn. It's more than just stopping 100 cars a day. You stop 100 cars, of course, numbers wise, you're gonna get something out of one of the cars. So I like to say quality over quantity when I'm out, doing criminal interdiction. So I pick my spots. I'm kind of like Steph Curry or Kobe in a game. Like you can't shoot 70 times. You got to pick your spot. So and just make sure that the shots you do take are efficient shots. So actually, one was given to me yesterday. I had a gun off the street yesterday. I saw a car just driving reckless, weaving in and out of traffic. So I got behind it. Before I could even cut the lights on, I just saw something fly out the passenger window. And I stopped him, and I was like, "Yo, what you toss out the window, man?" He was like, "Man, it was a little bit of weed." So I was like, "All right, cool." Somebody came. I was like, "Sit with him. I'm about to go pick this weed up," and it ended up being a gun. So, yeah, man, that was one of the easiest ones that I got. So
that's a big difference.
Wow.
yeah. They didn't have to work too hard for that one, but that was good, man. Like I said, throwing it in my heart, so I love it.
Gotcha,
so when can we see you back?
Do y'all have like a criminal interdiction team at Daytona or what?
Yeah, we have a couple. VCAT does that, but then we have CST, which is our crime suppression team.
Word, okay.
And they operate citywide as well, mostly on the beat side. Then we have a special investigations unit that does all kinds of investigations, human trafficking, narcotics, and we got the FBI task force, DEA task force. So there's a lot going on, but CST and VCAT are our main two.
Okay, cool, for sure. That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, what were you going to say, Jim? You had something?
I was going to ask when's the next time you're going to be on the show. We want to see you on the OPL. I'm sure the fans want to see you too.
Yeah, man, they're blowing up my mentions every time the show comes on.
Yeah.
It's Mike, Brilin, Danny, Bryce. It's like those are the ones they want to see.
That's it.
So.
It's the personality. They want to see it. So, yeah, I want to see it too.
There it is, man. For
You're
sure.
missing a couple. Chief Taylor, Richie.
There we go. There we go. They love Hazen. They love Hazen.
Yeah,
for sure. Hazen's that's the one they got to see. Yeah, I miss Chief Armstrong, man. I miss my guy, man. I got to see him back on there too.
Yeah, I talked to him this past weekend. He's working on some things, so hopefully it works out for him.
Yeah.
We don't want to take a whole lot of your time. We're gonna get you out of here. A couple more questions. Maybe just one more question, then we'll wrap it up. I've noticed something as I've been doing this job. When I walked into the job, there were no Axon cameras, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this job has changed across decades, and in that time frame, we've noticed that our goal has to be the same, but our tactics have to switch.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to genuflect and look back at what your dad did, and people back to you and pay homage to them, teach a new genre of officers, which you will be doing here soon.
Right.
What is the biggest takeaway and the goal or the key that you would give to them in this modern day of policing?
Yeah, so I can say I grew up watching police since I could walk. I found a picture the other day from Christmas. I had to be like 4 or 5, and I had a motorcycle that I got, and it had police 911 on it. So I was like, I was destined to do this. But I grew up watching it, and like you said, man, it's changed so much over my lifetime. I'm 29 years old, and it's changed so much in such a short period of time. But one of the things that's remained the same from my dad to me to hopefully, if that's what Aiden wants to do when he gets bigger, the goal is still going to be what my dad always said. Do what you do from your heart and do it fair. Don't be out here taking advantage of people, taking advantage of the power that you've been given. Do what you do and do it fair, and the results will be there. You don't have to cheat this game of policing, man. It's not like gambling. It's not like, any other thing. You don't cheat to win. You're going to come out on the losing end of the stick every time. So if you do what you do fair, you do it right, you do it from your heart, the results will be there if you're doing it passionately. So that's something that I carry with me every single day. Treat people as I would want to be treated, because we're all one bad mistake away from being on the opposite end of, the handcuffs. So I just count it as a blessing to be where I am and just treat people how I would want to be treated if I was in that situation. So that's one thing I would pass on, to people who want to be a cop, even people who are in the profession now, just getting started. That's one thing I would say. So for sure.
Bravo.
Well said.
That's awesome. Very well said. Very well said. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have been treated to our very first interview. Master Deputy Brilin Salmon. He
Yep.
is the man, the myth, the legend, the foot chase king.
For sure.
Richland
Hopefully this
County's
is not the last.
finest.
It's the first, but hopefully it's not the last for sure.
I love to have you whenever you can, man. I'm telling you right now, we're doing something here. It's going to blow up. It's going to be huge. Hey,
sure.
Jim can tell you we hit our first milestone. Our goal was 500 followers by summer.
Okay.
We've exceeded that. I don't think summer's hit yet.
Bravo.
So we want 1,000 by Christmas. Yes, sir.
Okay.
1,000 by Christmas. Well, we're up over 2,000 views. We got to get a bunch of hours still in, but guess what? We're trying to bring the other side of this thing to the people. So
that's what they need to see, man. That's what they need to see. Because they see us on TV doing our job, but to actually like feel like you're having a conversation with us and see us face to face is totally different. So get to know us outside of work. So
yeah,
for sure.
We can recap the show, but we can talk about life and liberty and
that's it.
There we go.
Thing that's funny.
Life.
That's what we're doing. Man.
And that's what hey, just to give y'all a little encouragement, man. That's what the Bible says, man. Make right division, make it plain, man. God will manifest it. So when two agree on something, it has to happen. So there you go. Set those goals, man, and the Lord will bring them to pass for sure.
Oh man, what a blessing, man. Thank you so much for being on with us. So this story out of Seminole County is absolutely wild. Did you get to see it, Jim?
It was something about a carjacking.
Yeah, it's a real quick clip. Let me see if I can just pull it out real quick. Let's talk about this thing.
There was a lot going on there.
Check this out.
Both victims targeted, one in Seminole County, one in Orange County, without an explanation for why, and possibly by the same people.
West 2's Dave McDaniel is live for us in Seminole County to walk us through the latest. Dave.
So the timeline basically shows that the carjacking and kidnapping case in Seminole County happened less than 24 hours after an Orange County shooting death in South Orange County. That was on Wednesday evening. Dozens of shots fired in that case, and there are suspected connections between them both. A Thursday afternoon carjacking in Seminole County, with witnesses hearing shots nearly 2 hours later, and likely the same SUV on fire in Osceola County with a body inside. Late Wednesday in Orange County, a man shot and killed. Now we're told the green Acura seen in Seminole County was likely also at the Orange County murder scene. Rare 10mm rounds also at both scenes.
It makes a better connection between the two crimes. That because of the rareness of the weapon and the round, that it's likely that our bad guys are the same bad guys that committed this crime.
At the towing company owned by 39-year-old Juan Garcia, the man killed in the Orange County shooting, a manager said it's tough right now, but they're focusing on their business and letting justice take its course. The husband of 31-year-old Catherine Aguavivas is cooperating with Seminole County investigators.
I've described the husband as cooperative. Quite frankly, I think he knows a lot more than what he shared.
Obstruction of a criminal investigation.
An added wrinkle, 33-year-old Francisco Estrella, an Orange County deputy and married to a family friend of Aguavivas' husband, now arrested.
Is the state's position that the defendant poses a danger to the community?
Estrella accused of recording a conversation with the Seminole County investigators secretly, then sharing it with the victim's husband.
We know that this deputy relayed this information to the decedent's husband, Miguel, but at this point in time, we don't know who else he may have shared that information with.
On the two cases, while a lot has been shared, there's still a lot we don't know. Both of the victims are being described as being targeted, but nobody's really saying why they were targeted. And also, the suspects have not been identified, but clearly those suspects are considered extremely dangerous. Reporting live in Seminole County, Dave.
Man, this is a story straight out of a doggone TV show or a movie script. Am I right?
It's wild. Like the deputy, like, what? You were recording stuff and then you passed it back along?
Using a fake name? That's strange.
That is. Like, they need to do a deep dive on that guy and see where he came from, because something 2 + 2 ain't adding up.
No. And here's my thing, right? That 10 millimeter round. How often do you see a 10 millimeter round anywhere?
Never. Only on a P90. That's it. A
I don't think
P90X. It's a
was
weird
that.
looking gun. It's a bullpup gun, and it kind of looks like something off of a Modern Warfare video game.
Is that
Not
what he
me-
was holding in that carjacking or no?
It was a little blurry, and
Yeah.
I didn't put two and two together until he said 10 millimeter. And that's typically the only gun that uses that besides handguns. FN handgun has a caliber like that, but that I was looking into one of those once, and the guy at the gun shop was like, "You don't want that because there's no ammo for it. It's a 10 millimeter. It's a really weird round that nobody has." I'm like, okay, never mind. So yeah, 10 millimeter. That's a strange caliber all
Yeah,
around.
side note, Jim is not only just a car guy, he's also a gun guy. And I'm going to tell you something right now. We know, based on that investigation, some strange things are going on. You got police corruption, you've got murder, you've got carjacking, you've got car fires, 100 rounds at one scene. That's unbelievable.
100% you'll be able to find out where the 10 millimeter rounds came from, because when I was looking at this thing, they were like, there's 2 boxes on the shelf. That's it. We don't get them often because we never sell them. It's literally like the most odd caliber. So they should be able to connect some dots with just that caliber.
The detectives got some work to do, that's for sure.
Sadly, yes.